evening. This is Hannah Klein. Welcome to my podcast, Hannah Klein's Time. I apologize for not updating my podcast for a long time, but before starting my podcast, I have to say that, please subscribe to my Substack please become a paid member. There will be special contents, and also you are able to hear my podcast. But anyway, I have a guest this week, Mr. Grant de Graaf. He is originally from South Africa, and he resides in Israel right now. So he's a movie director on the Holocaust, and I hope that you hear his I have to say that opinion, and also what he does for the society. It's a documentary film, so that he makes. So I hope that you hear a lot from him. And I have other guests coming to my podcast. For example, Susie Cotas. Well, you can find her on X, and I will post her details on the descriptions on this episode. So please take a look at my description. But anyway, last week, for the last 12 days, it was very difficult for me, to be honest. It was very difficult for me. It was not like, I see the missiles hit the buildings and it's very hard. It's not something like that. Please do understand, okay? It was very, very difficult for me for many reasons. And I had a lot of worries, but I knew, I was certain that Israel would win in any ways. I mean, there is no way that Israel was going to lose in the first place. So I believed that Israel would win, but at the same time, this civilian targets by the Islamic regime, that was very difficult and cruel to me. Khomeini targeted civilians, and he bragged about it on social media for targeting, murdering innocent civilians in Israel. His intention for a long time was very clear, which was to, he always talks the Zionist regime, but actually he is talking about Israel the whole time. And a lot of Japanese social media, I'm not going to, it's hard to say a lot, because some people would say that, I don't know enough, and I would like to refrain from, speaking about it or something like that, because of lack of knowledge. But some people obviously support the Islamic regime. And sadly, they do not seem to understand what that means, and at the same time, they do understand what that means. which is annihilation of Israel. It's very sad, but there are such people in Japan as well. And but okay, I will put that aside. But Zionist regime, settlers, there are certain words that the Islamic regime uses are, well, very, I have to say that they are articulate in the usage of the words. So people are confused. And so I do not want to blame people who get confused. However, I hope that people understand what it means. Looking at, Khomeini's posts, for example, I mean, it's very obvious and it's very clear what he intends to do all the time. And the Zionist regime, as I said, is not Netanyahu, but it's Israel. The entire Israel, the whole time, always. It does not matter what regime Israel is, left or right or whatever. It's a Zionist regime. And a lot of people misunderstand Zionism. I have to say a lot of Japanese misunderstand Zionism, or a lot of people would say they have I have no knowledge of Israel. Well, Zionism, they have no knowledge of Zionism. But I have a little disappointment on how uninterested people are in Israel, and at the same time, I don't understand why overwhelming number of people are pro-Hamas, and there are even politicians singing "Stop, Stop Genocide," all these things, and that's obviously a lie. How come there is a genocide and the population has been increasing massively in Gaza? It's just it's impossible. And these people, from the news media, I have a lot to say to them, but I do not intend to speak to them in the first place. I don't care what they say, actually, to be honest, because I would say that I do not want to be a part of them, because they are saying something like the IDF, I have to say, violence, They don't know anything about the violence in the first place, They have never seen it, but they talk about it as if they saw it. And that means they don't understand that they are lying to the public, the Japanese public, but they are lying to the Japanese public. So, and also, there are a lot of cases like IDF tried to tie. Well, this was earlier in the phase of the war. Tried to tie Gaza people's hands at the back and shot in the head. That was the bodies. Those bodies were found and the burial. And it was not a cemetery, but those bodies were buried. And obviously, those are not done by IDF. I mean, and the hospitals, okay, have been used by the terrorists and our schools as well. I don't understand the news media which do not acknowledge the fact that the terrorists have been systematically using schools, civilian homes, hospitals, universities, for example. It's very sad, but these realities, I mean, considering these realities, please think of, okay, maybe some people's acquaintance may have lived nearby. I am very furious in a way what happened during the 12 days, really. I don't want to forgive Islamic regime at all in any form. Okay? There may be ceasefire. Okay. There may be whatever. I'm not talking about the Iranian people, but I do not want to forgive Khomeini and many, those who were involved in this bombing using the ballistic missiles. I really do not want to forgive them for many, many reasons. Yeah, I'm furious probably. But I do not want to resort to probably be too emotional. But now that it's a ceasefire, I think that I take it as a good thing. And my friends are now don't have to run to the shelter. It's very tiring, and to hear the missile alerts, watch and check the map. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. But anyways, I have no words on what happened, really, to be honest. But you know what? Israel is not gonna lose in any ways. It's impossible, okay? It's not gonna lose. It is not going to lose in any form, especially against the Islamic regime, okay? It does not matter what Khomeini said now, or Khomeini is saying right now. Israel is going to thrive in any ways. I do understand. However, I am, but I hope, this is maybe a wishful thinking that I have, but I hope that there is peace between Arab nations. Those nations join Abraham Accords, which is a wonderful thing. So I really pray and wish that this will happen, so that a lot of Jewish people who lost their homelands are able to go back and forth their homelands, and also there will be Arab people, Arabs, who come to pray in Jerusalem. I mean, there is no problem, okay? However, I believe that Jerusalem has to be Israel, because for the sake of the peace. I mean, I just mean it that way. I'm not saying that Israel has to own it. However, Israel does have rights to, well, make Jerusalem a part of their nation, and it's a capital. And at the same time, they, well, by doing that, they are able to invite people regardless of religion. I do not believe that, well, it's a sacred place for a holy place, I have to say, for many people. And, well, it's not, well, Japanese have nothing to do with it. However, I believe that those who are not related to Jerusalem for religious reasons are able to visit the place to learn the history. So, but anyway, Christians, Druze, Arabs, Arab Christians, Christians, and Jewish people live peacefully in Israel. And Israel allows, and I have to say, various rights, civil rights, honors civil rights. And as I told some Jewish people about this, but Jewish people honors lives, really. So, I mean, I'm not talking about others, but I hope that Jerusalem is Israel, because for the sake of, I have to say, peace. Right. So, a lot of people may misunderstand the context of what I say, but that's the context of what that's the context of what that's my intention, I have to say. And once again, I recommend, because it's just right. This is a great book, and you can find this book on Amazon, in various places. So please, I guess that I hope that you purchase this book. This book is written by one of my, wonderful friend, Leonard Grandstein. He's a wonderful person, human. Farley Face, Mr. Farley Face, well, he is the co-author, and this is a wonderful book, so please get a copy on Amazon and learn about the history of Jerusalem and why, I believe, you will understand why Jerusalem has to belong to Israel. And this is not an argument that I would want to make with other people, but this is something that I believe, okay? But, okay, so it's Independence Day week, this weekend in the United States. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. It's an Independence Day. Well, July 4th is Independence Day. It's a big holiday for American people. My friends in the United States is going to enjoy a lot with their families. And, and it's America, I have to say, is a freedom. It's a country that honors freedom and democracy. And so I pray and hope that people have a great Independence Day weekend. And actually, it's Shabbat Friday, so I hope that Jewish people have a great Shabbat. Well, American Jews, especially, I guess. Um, but anyway, I will be podcasting more. I was just sick last week, and that was one of the reasons I could not post any podcasts. And I was not very active on social media, and I don't know why, but LinkedIn locked me out because they said that my pseudonym is the real name. I just did not know that my I had to really register with my real name. And I actually had a conversation with this LinkedIn customer service that, my name was wrong. And they keep lingering this problem. Okay? I hope that they stop doing this to me. But anyway, I hope that you have a good day in the United States and good evening. Yeah, I had a lot of worries for 12 days. I was so nervous. It's not about sadness, but I was really, really nervous because of this terrible terrorist attack from the Islamic regime. And I just do not know what to say, but I could not breathe really. But after 12 days, after the ceasefire, it became so quiet. I lost words in a sense. I mean, it was peaceful, more peaceful than before. So it became fine. I mean, I did not have to think of my friends running to the shelter in the middle of the night, but still, I had a lot of worries in a different sense. But anyway, I hope that I don't know, actually, and I do not want to get into what people should do in Gaza, but technically, or I have to say, I have to say that Hamas, okay, I will lastly talk about Hamas. Hamas is not so different from Nazi, the Hitler. I'm not exaggerating, but they endorse, they praise these Nazi ideology. And it's not about, okay, those people are against Judaism, but they are really there to annihilate the Jewish people. That's what they are. And please do not forget at the same time that there is a sacrifice there are sacrifices, I have to say, of IDF soldiers, and I feel terrible about it because Hamas is violent, and they also killed 12 aid workers from Gaza. GHF, right? I have to say this. Well, they murdered Israeli U.S.-backed organization. But Japanese media's focus is somehow on the number of victims. I don't believe that the number is precise, and also the Japanese media do not report the violence of Hamas against the Gazans in the first place, and it's understandable because Hamas rules people with fear, basically. So it's very hard for people to say yes or no in that society. But it's very hard because Gazans know and understand that Hamas is going to kill them if they clearly go against Hamas, because that's what they are. That's what Hamas is. And so I have to say it's very hard. But back in 2005, well, Israel totally just got out of Gaza. Well, and Gaza, okay, is not like people, not like the image that are released by the media. Okay, people misunderstand all these. So, and also under Hamas rules, things change. And I just hope that this problem of Hamas or other terrorist organizations trying to annihilate Israel is resolved. Okay? That means that no one tries to eliminate Israel. It's crazy. However, there are pro-Hamas protesters. Okay? They will say, well, we are freedom, we are asking freedom. However, it's not about freedom all the time. And I just am appalled. In a sense, some people misunderstand that it's an activity of freedom. And people need to clearly understand what free Palestine means. It's a very, very dangerous expression. I really do not want to say with my mouth, actually, because I'm against it. It's not about, because this slogan is not about Palestine or Palestinian. Also, Palestine is not about Palestinians. So, but anyway, people need to think more or learn more and talk about free whatever, because it's very dangerous. And what they are doing, look at them, okay? They're going against the government in the first place. It's not just the United States, but basically other nations will have consequences if they keep allowing those activities, because they are very dangerous people. Anyway, I will be posting about how propaganda and disinformation works on my Substack. So please subscribe to my Substack. And also, I will be sometimes discussing this on my podcast. But anyway, I hope that you have a good night. In Japan, it's like 11. So I hope that you have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, whatever. Okay, good night.